proposed that I change my name to Misha B.
Oh.
So this was all before the live show?
Right.
At the time I was like, oh, of course that's the name that Kelly Rowland had given me, you know, Misha B. She'd always call me Miss B, or she'd say Misha B. And so I was like, oh, cool, I'm down with that. Little did I know this was a part of their corrupted agenda to play into the Misha bully that they had already orchestrated prior to this.
That's crazy.
What?
Little did I know.
I didn't know this was a timeline.
That would be
So
interesting.
she's been posting a lot of things about Black Lives Matter.
I am loved.
Oh, is
We
she?
need a response.
I am
There has to be a
live.
response.
Yeah.
All
That's
of my
really interesting.
darkness.
Can't keep quiet.
Let's
now.
never
can't.
get this twisted.
Cheryl Cole's next.
I was walking through some dark times.
Cheryl Tweedy.
I had to
Gambler's going to come out as
understand.
well and read that girl. And I'm here for that. Who did Louis Walsh get for him to be saying, oh, you're overly too confident? Where did that come from?
Him and Tulisa obviously had a chat.
They had a
Right.
whole, it was a whole agenda behind the
Right.
scenes that took place.
Very confident performer. I hope you're not too overconfident.
Pardon?
But then also, for Tulisa, what has backstage got to do with that? And that was all inappropriate.
You being so feisty can come across quite mean to certain contestants.
There's a lot of things that definitely happen backstage that are not to be spoken about, like
On stage.
on live, on air, and there's probably a lot of things other contestants do. But why do they need to speak about her and other contestants?
Few contestants this week, that there's been a few mean comments towards them. Think you're going to be amazing. Just put aside the attitude.
They want to portray her to be this bully and negative person so that she doesn't get the votes, she doesn't get the
And that
views,
Misha
right?
B, so they can call her Misha Bully.
Right.
All planned.
Hope you're not too overconfident.
And it's
Because
like-
they wanted to start drama to create interest. And they came to her, and that girl Kitty, whatever her name was moving so stush because she asked her to move. Then somebody else asked her, she immediately moved, and she had this attitude for no reason, this gaslighting.
About the
What's
music.
going on?
Why did
This
you
is
have to
not what
come
we
up-
They
planned
tag
to do.
teamed. They were like, oh, we know Gary
Right.
Barlow's not really going to be on it with us. We
Right,
know Kelly's not.
right.
Me and you, we're going to do this. Like, that's how it felt.
And you brought it clean and clear and on fire tonight.
You try to paint it out as you're a great star, you're this, you're that, but backstage I've heard a few things and stuff. You weren't fact checking anything. You just ran with that.
Like I said to you guys before, they could have gone backstage and really tried
But
to
they
find
did it for
out what's
ratings.
going on.
And they used a
didn't-
black woman- a black woman
Exactly.
for
So
their
they targeted
expense.
her.
This is what
Exactly.
they
They
did.
could have gone backstage and really found out what's going on, spoken to all the contestants and seen what is happening, spoken to Misha, spoken to Kitty, but no, they only spoke
On
to Misha
Right.
on stage. What about Kitty? Like,
Right.
that other than
And do you know
that-
what's crazy? At least with reality TV, when this type of narrative, like we're talking about
Yes.
shows, when this kind of goes down, at least you're picking up a check. Like what we've seen from this girl is that whatever you're planning to do for ratings or whatever, intentional or unintentional, over 10 years down the line, this has still affected this human being.
So what are they
And-
going
and
to do
for
about
what?
it? Because Tulisa feels like Black Lives Matter and she is posting about it. So
This is the gap.
what is your response, Tulisa? How do you feel? Do you feel like you
I wonder what she's going to say. How is she going to paint that?
do you feel like you made a difference in this girl's life? Do you feel like you
That's messed up,
targeted
man.
her because of the colour of her skin? Like, that's what I really want to know. Like, does she feel like what she did was wrong back in 2012?
She
or
said,
whenever
Misha
it
B.
was?
Apparently said that she's been in therapy for 8 years due to PTSD she had from the X Factor. She needs compensation. That's first and foremost, that's what I need. She needs to get some money from that. Where I see it, PTSD, you're with therapy, you're for nearly a decade. This situation happened in 2011. Oh,
Who's
Gifty, he was also on X Factor. He was apparently part of Spat Nation or whatever.
Yeah, the Spat Nation.
She just tweeted saying, LOL, you guys thought Tulisa was bad. Nicole Scherzinger was the worst.
But we know Nicole doesn't share the spotlight.
Right. She doesn't.
She doesn't
like
share
it.
a pussycat doll. She ain't sharing anything out of y'all.
Allegedly. Do you know what? It actually hurts my heart. Like, I'm not involved in singing or anything like that, but the thought that somebody could have overcome so many barriers to make it into a platform and is successfully going from week to week to impress people, to improve on their artistry and things, and the reason why you were removed from that selection process was because one of your mentors, one of the people judging you, helping you to develop your gift, decided to introduce a rumor on live television. It's crazy, like, you guys may not agree or disagree. It does not matter to me whether the rumor was true or not.
Yeah, same.
It was just
Wait,
about
wait,
the
wait,
forum
guys.
where it was discussed.
Yeah.
I can't remember which one of the girls, I think it might have been Jessie, said that, well, you said, you've been saying that Leanne has evil eyes and you've think we're gonna win and we're shit singers. I was like, wow. I said, first of all, let me just get this very, very clear. I have no energy to be focusing on anybody else when I have so much at stake here. It is not in my character
they
to
really
want to
planned
tear
this
the
shit.
sister down.
They really planned this.
Never been in my character to want to do that and making a big hoo-ha about it. I'm outnumbered here, you know. The exec producer escorted the girls out. I'm walking through the corridor, the X Factor corridor, and I see Tulisa talking with the exec producer, and I'm just receiving like a real cold, just real coldness from everyone.
So Misha B from X Factor 2011 has spoken out and done a huge expose and has exposed X Factor, Louis Walsh and Tulisa especially for their shocking, just disgusting behavior and the vast negative effects that they have had on Misha B for at least 8 years, one including PTSD. And I think it's absolutely revolting and disgusting. You guys, it's Morali. Hope you guys are doing well today. If you haven't already, click that button for daily and consistent content. Head over to my Instagram, Murad_Morali. Subscribe to the channel. Click that button. It's just one click. Subscribe to the channel and let's get into this video. I don't really have any words, to be honest with you, and I feel like it's just honestly disgusting. Props to Misha B first and foremost to speaking about this, because it is very, very, very difficult, and just so the emotional upheaval that you have as a person when you speak about issues, not only speaking about them but also talking about the situations where you were ready to take your life. I literally spoke about this yesterday. I put the video up this morning, you know, about how, you know, in relation to suicide, and when you do speak about that specific sentiment, you have the immediate PTSD that goes in your head round and round and round and round, and it's very difficult.
Few contestants this week that there's been a few mean comments towards them. When you get off stage, leave the war behind. That's all I'm saying, because I think you're going to be amazing. Just put aside the attitude.
And also we have bro, I'm like, how do you even get into this subject? How do you even speak about it when you have so many people? This was a concoction. This was an absolute agenda. They called her Misha B so that they can use the B for bully, and that there's a little certain ring to it. Like, it's just, there's so many levels to this shit. There's so many levels to this shit. They wanted drama, they wanted ratings, they all planned this, they concocted this at Misha B's expense, at a black woman's expense, so that she can be the person who painted as bully, and then she was left to have PTSD for 8 years. So massive props to Misha B for speaking about this, because this has shaken London tonight. Everybody's talking about it, trending #1, and rightly damn flipping so. It's hypocrisy for Tulisa to be even out here, you know, posting a Blackout Tuesday or hashtag Black Lives Matter. But did you care about Misha B's life? When Misha B was walking through that corridor and you were, you know, talking to the executive producer, and it was a very cold atmosphere, which Misha B said, which I 100% believe, what was going on there? What was going on there? Painting it as, you know, strong vocals, this and that, but then to have to say, oh, you know, sorry, I just feel like, you know, you're doing this backstage or whatever. Did you even fact check? And you're out here, is it even appropriate to bring that to the front stage, knowing it can affect the votes, which it definitely did through statistics? Her voting fell down. And for Louis Walsh to say, you know, maybe you're just a bit too confident. Excuse me? What do you mean by that, you absolute nonsense clown? This is the same guy who wanted to touch up Mel B's flippant arse as well. Like, this guy is just, oh my god, man. It's so freaking triggering to see that stuff all being replayed back. And most of us were young. 2011, we all watched that season. We remember that. And especially with Little Mix being involved, and apparently, you know, they were saying that, you know, you said this stuff about us, and Misha B's denying it because there was massive lie being made out. Why did they kind of run with it instead of properly fact checking that as well? There's so many potholes to the story, but Misha B filled each and every one of them about what really went down, and I just find it to be disgustingly shocking. The microaggressions, the abuse that this young black woman went through at the time. She was only freaking 19, and nearly 10 years on, she still has a lot of PTSD. Why? Not because she's saying it, but you can see how she was carrying herself in that video. The strength, the bravery, the courage. Like, her song Home Run was a great song, but it didn't really pick up. Didn't do great for her. Her career didn't extend in length, but if she was a white girl, we damn well know she probably would have been or had some kind of a career from this ridiculous production show. This Kitty girl, I don't know who she thinks she is. Just an absolute waste, man. Clearly, you have gone nowhere with your career, and you're just an absolute mess. Just the way you treated her like that, especially in that coach, it was just harrowing. It was honestly disgusting and just vile. Like, sorry guys, this situation is a mess. An absolute mess, and it really has upset me because I had no idea this was coming out tonight. Like, you know, I'm enjoying with friends, we're having reached 100k, we're having fun, and Misha be out here saying, it's time. I'm gonna let you guys know this is my time, because you know, there's a massive movement going on now all over the world, so therefore people feel more comfortable. So there can't be any argument of, you know, why didn't Misha say this last year or the year before that or this. When you feel comfortable, when you feel right to tell your story, then you can say it, and nobody can say otherwise. So that argument is just, you know, flawed. It definitely is, and it's really just shaking a lot of people, because this is what people go through. This is what people go through, and you just don't really. This is what black women go through, especially in industries like this. And there's so many levels to this. They plan this, they concoct. This was an agenda. An agenda. But then we have Tulisa doing Black Lives Matter, but then she's out here doing. I'm just keen to know what Tulisa's going to say back. Is she going to have a response? I feel like she needs to have a response, but what is she going to say? I just don't know. I don't know how she's going to go around with the situation, how she's going to tackle it or address it, and I find that to be interesting. Louis Walsh, just that you're a bit too confident or whatever kind of irritated me, because did you even need to say that? Did you say it to Boyzone or Westlife or any of the dead bands? Did you say it to any of them? Someone needs to let me know. I'm glad that Kelly Rowland and Gareth Barlow really had Misha's back and were like, this is about on stage. And Kelly was like to Louis, well, if you need that confidence, you know, maybe my contestants can give you that confidence, because that isn't an issue. You need confidence when it comes to a performance. Comparing it to Shaka Khan and this like this, why can't she just be herself? Do you know what I mean? It was a backhanded compliment because it came out with so much nonsense. It just really shows you how not only corrupt the music industry is, but how corrupt X Factor is. The fact that they had to share rooms as well. Big Simon Cowell with all the coin he has, and these heifers had to be in, these people had to be in that flipping in sharing rooms. And to feel so isolated and alone, and you just wanted to end your own life. It's just the abuse is just so in depth. The intricate depth abuse that she went through as a person is disgusting and vile and awful. So props for her for speaking up about this, because it really shows you this kind of industrialized entertainment racism. It shows it to you in its disgusting face, the brunt of it, what people go through, and the effects that happen afterwards, the PTSD that you can have. PTSD is not a joke, guys. PTSD, believe me, I know, PTSD is not a joke. You can wake up with nightmares, random flashbacks during the day. You end up in similar situations, scenarios, and you immediately remember how you acted in the past ones. Therefore, you act like that in those ones because you just get triggered. You can get small little cues that can happen. X, Y, Z. Maybe seeing Tulisa's new song could trigger you as well. Like, there are so many levels to PTSD as well. It's a harrowing thing to have. I don't wish it upon anyone. And for me, should be to have that. It was just the way she was carrying herself. She was getting so emotional. And this idea, you know, people, they don't want to cry for on camera. They don't want to cry, which is totally fine. You know, it makes sense. You don't want to cry, but sometimes, you know, we're all human. We are emotive creatures. And that really just shows you the truthfulness of this and how corrupt this system is. And Gifty Louise, who was also part of SPAC Nation in that whole situation, she tweeted something about how Nicole Scherzinger was doing XYZ as well. So this movement is it's just gonna be interesting. It's crazy. Let me know your thoughts are when it comes to this. Please let me know, comment down below, because this is just, this is crazy, guys. This is just crazy. Let me know your thoughts are, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you guys soon for another video.